Oh, hello. This one particular photograph is clickable. Ta-da! Well, that was mean. They hit it on the photo frame. I've clicked all over the place. How have I missed that? I must have clicked every square pixel around that thing. Oh, hello. Hello? I've never noticed you before. Yeah? Good? Oh. Well, that loose end is covered, apparently. Huh. It's funny how seeing a photo like that can make you whip around and, like, just try something real quick and then end up finding something else. Now I'm paranoid about that shield, because, like, over here was a shield where you could press the button earlier. So we're done past that. I need to find a time for this damn clock. 4-digit number. 4-digit number, see if I can convert into time. 3-digit number, see if I can put it into something else. 2392. Jackson Pollux. Castor and Pollux. There's no special 3-digit numbers here. There's nothing on. There's no numbers at all on you, right? Yeah. I can't do this. I can't even do this military time because 23 I could turn into 20. I could turn that into 11, but 92 doesn't fit on a clock at all in any real context. What about over there? And mysteriously, oh, I can go over here. 274. 2274. I can't turn 2274 into a time, but I might be able to turn 274 into something. That's all I have to go on at this point. Oh. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I bet I know where you go. Oh, multiple loose ends are connected to each other. Okay, so the chest in the hallway is connected to the 3-digit number that I need to find. Right? Right. Gonna really mess with me if it wasn't connected. Oh, and that's the golden orb. Which means that the chest... Okay. So the chest in the hallway, and the 3-digit number chest also, and the golden orb were all one continuous puzzle. So now I can just ignore all of those now. They're done. And do you give me a blue orb? That severely reduces the number of things I'm currently thinking about. That's good. That's good. Okay, we have a blue orb. What's left to think about? I have a key that goes somewhere. That's one thing. And is it just the clock? I think it's just the clock. The clock needs a time. I need to find a 4-digit number that the time can be input into. And then we might be done with the zone. That would rely, though, on finding out that the... Yeah, it really depends on what's in the clock. If the blue orb is inside the clock, then we're done. If the blue orb is not inside the clock, then it probably points me towards something else. But for now, I just need to keep looking around for a 4-digit number that can be reasonably turned into a time, be it already a normal time 4-digit number or something that can be military timed, perhaps. I can't even think of where stray notes still remain. Dang. Oh, there's something new. So also under this, so I found that under their bed, then I found this one under the other bed. Here we go. I think I figured it out. If I'm understanding everything right, I have to set the middle brick in the 3rd row into the correct position last of all. Then the door should open. It's time to see what secrets crazy Catherine has been hiding. I'm going to try it tonight once everyone's in bed. Maybe if I can find something in there to scare Alex. I told him if he keeps tearing pages out of my journal, her ghost will come and get him in the night. Maybe I can make good on that threat. Mwahaha. Okay, screenshot. Taking a picture of that journal, because that's important. Let's see, last... There we go. So that's named, that's saved. So they say you have to set the middle brick in the third row into the correct position last. So that's important. If I can find that damn note about the bricks that had a bunch of them crossed out. Is it that one? Dang it. If I can find that, we're golden. Because then I can, well... Once I find it, I then have to make sure which wall is actually the wall that has the bricks that are actually interactive or whatnot. But aside from that, we're good. Alright, so now I need to find that note about the bricks. I need to find the chest this key goes into, and I need to find something that I can put into a clock. And knowing how the last thing worked out, they might even be all connected for all I know. We cannot remain here. No time, though. No time, no combination. Not helping me today. Not yet. 1705. 1705. That might be it. 4-digit number. And it's one that can be turned into... It can be used in a clock. That's the one thing that's like the one thing that hasn't done anything yet. So we need to set it to 17... No. Go back. 1705. Right? No. Did I mix them up somehow? God, that sounds terrible. Do I have to mix them up somehow? I feel like I already used them in the right spots. Yeah, I was right the first time. It's 17, right? It'd be 12... 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that's 505. Well, dang it. I've been had. The question is it the wrong combination or the wrong clock? It's gotta be the right clock, right? There's no other... Why would it be interactive? Otherwise... I must be wrong about the number then. Damn it. Oh. Never mind. Oh, the button on the shield was the trigger after you get the number in. Oh, okay. Look at you. Oh. That's 2 out of 2. Huh. What else am I missing then? Could you be the bricks? Those might be the bricks. Are you the bricks? I think these are it. Look at this vertical line here. You can see the poof. Yeah, look at that. You can see there's like a texture cut. Like this, it almost looks like there's a polygon here. Okay. I think these... Oh, hey. Oh. Okay. I wasn't quite right, but I'm pretty close. Okay. So those are bricks that move. If I can re-find that combination, I can't where was that note, damn it? Where was that note? If I can find that note, I know where to put it in now. Aside from that, all that's left is the key, and then I'm done here? I have my 2 blue orbs. That was my metric of success for finishing a zone, but I can't ignore the fact that I have 2 things that clearly aren't done yet that I can look at and know are not done yet. I really wish I could... Oh, hello. That's what I can do. I'll load up my own Let's Play video and find the note that way. Because I can't find it anywhere, and I'm becoming slightly paranoid that maybe it's non-interactive, because sometimes you lose the ability to look at things, like I was in that cupboard earlier and I can't look at it anymore. Like, what if the note was somewhere I lost access to somehow? That would suck, but it's not entirely insane that it might happen. So, yeah, I'll look at my own video to see the part where I found that note. That'll fix my problems. That is a hard spot to find, yeah. Yes, it is. So it's in this first room. I knew it was somewhere early, and it's this tiny, tiny, tiny envelope hiding over here. Alright, we're gonna take a screenshot of you. And the idea is gonna be that I need to click on them in this order, I suppose. But, or not in this order, I have to click on this configuration of them, but then also listen to the previous note saying which one needs to be saved for last. Then between those 2 things, it should be workable. Oops, my bad. It was back down there. Here we go. Up. There we are. Alright, so going by this, there's 2 on top. 3. There's 3. And there's 3. So it goes 2, 3, 3, 3 is the number of overall ones that exist. I have to set the middle brick in the 3rd row into the correct position last of all. So this one is, I assume, the one that needs to be correct. Okay, so let's assume X means pulling them out. Let's press these 4 in. Then you? Okay, so X does mean they're pulled out. Well, what's gonna be down here? I already got the orbs. Oh, is it gonna take me to the other zone again? What? The ghost of crazy Catherine. It is hard to tell how many secrets you're missing. Look at this. Does the key go in here? No. Does it just open? It does not. There's a whole... This is like a whole secret zone? What the hell? I'm in. The hidden secrets of crazy Catherine are all mine. Unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be a way into the tower from here, but that's okay. Everything about this room is so strange it was worth finding it just for that. The weirdest part of all is that I have dreamt about this room, and when I got in, I had this huge sense that I'd been here before. But before I could think about it, all of the lights appeared. There were loads of them. They took off and started buzzing all around me, then just as suddenly flew away. But in my dream there were no lights. The room was empty and quiet as a tomb. Most of all, it felt older, like I was remembering it from long ago. There is something very strange about this castle, and I want to know what it is. So all these notes scattered around seem to be specifically from the daughter? It seems like the brother is the reason why there's collectibles scattered everywhere, in the form of coins and statues at the very least, but it seems that the daughter's notes, the primary ones we find exploring everywhere, because it was explained that the brother keeps tearing out pages of her journal. Although this being specifically here is so weird, because that's so placed intentionally. Is that Catherine's thing? Is there anything interactive in this room? Oh, lever. Hello? What are you hiding over here? A photograph I can't look at. Yay! Do I ever get the ability to look at those? And we have a very old camera. Very old handheld camera. very dark in here. The roof doesn't seem to have symbols on it. The portrait doesn't seem to have secrets. I don't seem to see a key anywhere. A keyhole. Nothing jumps out at me. I've mostly just been clicking randomly just to see if something surprises me. Because nothing actually looks interactive around here. You would think that maybe you could light the candles or something. Strange. Strange. Well, I'm gonna have to admit defeat. I have once again searched every room on this floor again. I just don't see anything to use this key on. For now, I'm going to assume perhaps it'll come up later. Because on the first floor, we went to some other future floor and was able to get a painting that doesn't count for that floor. So maybe I can find another entrance to this floor, in which point the key will re-enter my inventory, perhaps. Or maybe I'll just come by and search again sometime in the future, and maybe I'll get lucky that time. At this point, I've looked over and over again, and I think it's like when you lose something in real life and you can't find it. There's that whole thing where, like, if you start falling into the same loops about how you search, and it's hard to innovate at searching. And so I'm probably going to just fall into the same loops of checking the same spots over and over again at this point. And so it's probably best to move forward. So I will. Oh hey, it's the floor that I went forward to before. We know this floor. It's the floor where I already have the painting. I don't think I recognize where we are specifically. Oh yeah, I do. It's the loading screen spot. So yeah, I recognize the loading screen specifically, and that's how I knew that we were there. Let's see. A 6-digit name. Probably the name of whoever you are, and it would appear that you give me the yellow orb if I solve that. A button that doesn't work yet, apparently. Those coins? Yep, there they are. How about you guys? Can I move you around, or... Oh, look at you. I can't seem to do anything with it right now, but it clearly has a symbol on it that's like on a rotating thing. What do they do? Like project or something, or what? What's the purpose of the... I'm not really sure what this camera angle is trying to accomplish. Huh. Weird. Another one, huh? Once again, we need the fidget spinner and maybe some combination of other things. Not really sure yet. Oh, look at you. We have symbols all around the room, it looks like. No, we don't. Just those two. I can't click on them, I can't move them around. So far, nothing is actually responding to me in any way, which is eerie, actually. That's where we just came from. Oh, those are weird. That's interesting. Is it a circuit? I need to establish a connection. Is it automatically powered or no? What are you? Something must go there. These must dictate the direction power goes in somehow. Sure. Well, that's a dead end over there, so I want to point you to the right, I think. Is that a dead end up there too? Or it just goes to the light? You point left or right. So if I point you right, and that one's pointing to the right, and that connects to this button, does this button turn you on? Okay, that's a start. Maybe you need to match these two symbols, so maybe make it the omega symbol? Perhaps? There we go. A lever, okay. That's not the omega symbol, is it? The omega is the squiggle. It looks like almost like two O's or something. Like almost infinity, but kind of like warped out of that spot. Let's not obsess over what names of symbols are right now. I need to focus on solving things instead. Okay, so can I make this one work too? Presumably I need to switch you to the other configuration. Then you need to switch to left. Good. And you need to switch to right. Good. Well, there's a start. The other symbol is the N squiggle. Now we have two levers. Where's the other line connect to? Nothing. Okay, that's dead end too, so I guess the dead ends mean that just is useless to go down. Levers go here. And here. And then... Well, that's neat. And maybe a danger. I don't think I've ever seen a moving spiral staircase before, but I can't help but feel like that would be an incredibly dangerous thing to have in your house. Don't know. Is there anything else? Anything else? I need to find out the answer to you. I don't want to guess though, really, do I? I feel like we shouldn't guess, right? Try Hermes, just because it's 6 letters. Oh my god, it was Hermes. Yay, it's open, and it's the thing I still can't do anything with. Huzzah! One step closer, though. What? That was actually Hermes. Okay. I don't even know what he looks like. He doesn't have, like... Doesn't Hermes have the boots with the wings on them or something? Like, I don't even... I literally just guessed a 6-letter name that I know. That is something vaguely astrological. That's ridiculous. I can't believe I actually got that right. We're done with this whole table now. No books to read. That was all that we needed. Server offline. So I need to turn some server on somewhere in order to even open that. Alright, so I need a disk for that, a hexagon for that, which also looks like a staircase, I think, yeah. I think this thing's gonna fold out like a staircase when I get that. So I need a hexagon, a disk, and I need to turn the servers on. Those are the 3 loose ends left in this room. Howdy upstairs, how you doing? Okay, a few things going on here. We have some astrological poster. Are you interactive or just a poster? 1. I was gonna go 1, 2, 3 and stuff, but there's no 2. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why does it skip 2? That's weird, right? Might be a combination, might be able to solve something about that. You have the Celtic knot. Okay, so I can lower and raise these as much as I want, but I need to find somewhere what the actual thing is that I need to input into them, so it's useless to me for now, I think. What? Interesting. Rotate-y bit. Don't know what to do with it though until I find something. That looks like that looks like someone photoshopped their face onto a painting or something. Weird. Okay. looking around. You. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's not going anywhere. So maybe you can type in a combination lock, turning it left and right and stuff like that. But for now, I need to get rid of the 2 nubs that fasten it in place. There's our hexagon. 1 coin. They're so stingy with them in this world, huh? Okay, so key... whatever that is. A lot of things to think about in this room, but none of them have, like, inputs yet. They're just weird loose ends. Nothing on the ceiling. Yeah, I'm not sure what that'll be. Hello? That's something important, probably. Gonna just go ahead and screenshot that real quick. I haven't screenshot anything else in this room because they're just puzzles at the very least. Like, I will probably just walk in this room and see that, like, oh yeah, that's not solved yet. But that is a weird note that I'll lose track of. Constellations or something? Don't even know what to call that, honestly. Huh. 4. That looks like a 4, a 2, and a... I don't know. Something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whatever the symbol is always has 6 sides. This has 6 sides. This has 6 sides. Okay. Dupe. 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 Dupe, 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 dupe. Like, dupe, dupe, dupe. Or like, dupe, dupe, dupe. I can't seem to, like, input onto it in any way. Which makes sense, because I really do think that it's just... I think it's just a poster. I think it's just a poster. I feel like this will be somehow involved. Maybe. But for now, all we have is a combination, but we don't have an input means yet, I think. But what about through here? Oh... This seems familiar. A server room. Can I see... Server offline. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're in the same area that we found the painting. I think it was something very, very close to what we're looking at right now. Another computer. System locked remotely. Access denied. So another thing I can't access for now. Fine. Exploring artificial intelligence. That also makes sense for what's happening around us here. So we have all these machines floating around. February 12th, 1996. The castle has been empty now for 6 months, and I find myself missing Clementine's presence. Her inquisitive attitude was an inspiration. I am a selfish man, however, and profess guilt that it's mostly her strange connection to the eyes that I miss. What was it about her that they found so fascinating? Their interest in myself has grown over the years in which I have lived here, but it seems passive in comparison, as though I am a mere curiosity, or perhaps just one part in some large puzzle beyond my understanding. Clementine was something special. I must understand why. Thankfully, for that I now have ample time. The castle is quiet again, except for my ever-watchful friends. Where previously they had proven elusive and temperamental in my attempts to study them, now they are far more willing subjects. Some have even submitted themselves for examination and hands-on inspection. They are fascinating creatures, made of some metallic material and powered by an internal energy source that I cannot make out. If only I could find a way to open one up. Would they allow me to take them apart? Will they get angry? What is the boundary of their sentience? Are they just mindless drones programmed by some unknown intelligence to work some secret purpose? And just what is that purpose? I have so many questions, and I grow wary. I will discover the true nature of these devices, from whence they have come, and for what ultimate purpose. I am sure only that my purpose in life is to unravel this mystery. So that's concerning, because he told his family members that he made these things, and that's why, and so like there's nothing to worry about. But he doesn't know what they do either. He's just excusing them away. But he didn't make them at all. And he was like trying to coach people, trying to goad people into like a false sense of security around these things that he also doesn't understand. You shouldn't risk other people with your curiosity. That's kind of terrifying. And they're always looking at me. Is it the inquisitiveness? Are they attracted to knowledge or observation? Because now they're constantly watching me, 3 of them at once from different directions. So whatever I'm doing, I seem to be maintaining the same traits that the daughter did when she was here, that made them so interested in them. And frankly, I'm supposed to just figure out what's up with the weird signal. This dude is going above and beyond with his whole, let's check out what's up with the weird signal thing and stuff like that. Like, at some point, I feel like you would just leave and you would report this to someone. Our dude is dedicated to solving this mystery. Alright. Power to you, bro.